Today, I'm going to show you how I applied graffiti lettering onto these Air Force Ones with just pencil and paper. What's up, Super Squirrels? I'm Gigi of Puck and Chaos, where I show you how to paint stuff, and that stuff usually happens to be sneakers. I know I've been gone for a while. That'll teach me to create 2 online video courses and a product at the same time. But I'll get into that in another video. For now, let's talk about painting some sneakers. I'm going to show you how I applied this graffiti lettering onto these Nike Air Force Ones using office supplies and oil-based paint markers. So let's jump into it. First, I'm going to cut off a small piece of scrap paper that's a little bit bigger than the area I want to place the text. Next, I'm going to take the eraser side of a pencil and make an impression of the area that will hold the text like this. Now, I'm going to take that impression and outline it with my pencil. I make a line from the edges of the impression down so I know I have some extra space to play with. I cut that outline out and I start to draw my desired type. 2 tips when drawing out your type. Tip number 1, use Pinterest if you get stuck. If you're not sure on how to draw the letter in the style you're going for, go to Pinterest, type in graffiti lettering, and take inspiration from people who've already written out the whole alphabet in that style. And tip number 2, work on the first and last letter first. Let me give a shout out to Bo Turner of the 757 Makerspace for giving me this tip a few years back. You're going to draw out the first letter and then create the last letter. After that, you fill in the middle with the other letters. This helps a lot when it comes to the spacing, overlapping, and size of the letters. It's the worst when you start to draw out the letters from left to right, only realize there's no space for the last letter. This remedies that dilemma. After you figured out all your spacing and you're happy with the layout, go ahead and create the full design. Add all the accents and small detailing. This will be your reference after you've applied it to your sneaker, so you're not designing on the fly, unless, you dig that. Next, the design is done, so let's cut it out with scissors and an X-Acto knife. That's looking good. Now, I place my stencil onto my sneaker. When I have the placement right, I'm going to take a micro pen and a pencil and draw the outline of my stencil. The pencil works best in the black areas, and as you can see, the micro pen works well on the other areas. When you're using the pencil, don't use a mechanical pencil because you're going to have to put a little pressure on this sucker for you to see it once you lift the stencil off. And now that I think about it, if you have a white pencil or marker, there you go. If not, a regular pencil or hard-nosed pen, it is. Okay, the stencil has been outlined. Now it's time to fill it in with white paint. I'm using Angelus in white. You're going to paint a layer and then hit it with the blow dryer. I did this 4 times, with it taking me 4 coats to get full coverage. How many times it takes you? Well, do what you gotta do. After you get full coverage, it's time to grab your oil-based Sharpie, yes, oil-based, and outline your letters. Someone asked me if I suggest water-based markers to do this, and the answer is a hard no. In my experience, water-based smears. There's ink separation, I don't know if that's the term to use or not, where it won't create a clean line, and even after you hit it with the blow dryer to speed up the drying time, it still smears. I've played with a few of the top brands out there like Posca, Molotov, and it just didn't work. And like I told the young lady that asked me about this, just because that product is the best in the market doesn't mean it's the best product for the work you're doing. So yeah, I have my oil-based Sharpie marker that you can pick up at your local arts and crafts store or purchase a 3-pack on Amazon like I did. And this is a fine point. For detailing, I use Maya Sun oil-based paint marker in the size extra fine. I'll make sure to link to both of those items in the description down below. All right, back to the lettering. You've drawn a thick outline around your letters. After you've gotten as close to those letter edges as you could, break out your fine detailing brush and your Angelus paint in black and fill in those gaps. Now, it's time to refer back to your design stencil you did earlier and copy that design onto your sneaker using the Maya Sun pen. Afterwards, add any extra detailing you'd like to complete the look. When that's done, hit it with a blow dryer one good time, and final step, we're gonna apply the finisher, Liquid Kicks finisher in Factory Finish using a fluffy brush. You need half a squirt of the solution in your cup. I dip in the edge of the brush because a little goes a long way and apply it onto my design. Afterwards, I'll let it sit for 10 to 15 minutes, letting the solution soak in a little, and then I'll hit it with a blow dryer. I then repeat this process one more time. And once that's dried, you're done. Give the sneakers 24 to 48 hours of melding before you put this heat on your feet, and that's it. Now, if you ever see me applying letters on a pair of sneakers, this is how I do it. And now you know how to do it too. Needless to say, I already did the prep work on the sneakers before I put down the gift box blue, hot pink, and black paint. If you're saying to yourself, what prep work? I'll link to one of my other videos above or below where I do that so you're in the know. And that's the end of my video, Super Squirrels. If you found this tutorial to be entertaining, punch that thumbs up button or another emoji. I would sincerely appreciate it. If you think you might want to be notified when I do yet another shoe custom, they're coming down the pipeline, so please subscribe or follow me. Links are down below if you want to know about any of the products that I used. And if you have any questions, drop them down below. There are a few of you on the roster that are actually following me, so I can definitely get to all of your questions, and I'll do my best to answer them for you. I'm Gigi of Puck and Chaos, and I'll see you in the next video.